Good evening, everyone. This is Mike Romali here with the Hurricane Outlook and discussion for September 17th, 2019, recorded around 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do have a lot going on here in the tropics, and there is a couple of areas that we have to watch here. This might become Invest 99L. This is Tropical Depression 10, soon to be Tropical Storm Jerry. This is Hurricane Humberto with hurricane warnings issued for Bermuda, and this is now degraded Tropical Depression Imelda right here, which was a tropical storm until it made landfall. We'll go over Imelda first. This is the rainfall potential over the next couple of days from the Weather Prediction Center here. And you can see about near 10 inches of rain across this region. Southern Texas for sure is going to be the bullseye. Southern Texas into even extreme southwestern Louisiana right in here, and then up through portions of the Texas region across the eastern Texas region, could see some very heavy rainfall from this, especially if you live along the coast. You could see 10, 15 inches of rain, potentially higher, locally higher amounts in some places. So there will be a major flash flooding problem that will evolve down here. The flash flooding potential from the Weather Prediction Center has a moderate risk days 1 through 3, and this is the day 3 forecast, which you can sort of see right here outlined in that region. And we can actually sort of look here from the Weather Prediction Center itself and actually look. And you can see this is the day 1 with a moderate in the south, in the extreme southern portions near the coast, and that will expand inward over the next few days. That will expand towards more of the inland regions as Imelda continues its track like this, and will eventually become a post-remnant low here, but will dump a lot of rainfall. Significant rainfall amounts are possible, and I would not be surprised at all to see a high risk of flash flooding be issued. That's almost like in an equivalent terms, like a high risk of severe weather. When you see that issued by the Storm Prediction Center, think of it sort of like that. There is a moderate risk for flash flooding in this regions through days 1 through 3 across those portions. Hurricane Humberto is almost a major hurricane and might actually be a major hurricane by the 11 o'clock or the 11 o'clock advisory. Maximum sustained winds are 105 miles per hour, and you can sort of see this quicker forward northeastern movement is expected here over the next several days, and this will kind of help to kick Humberto out rather quickly. We thought maybe a couple of days ago that it might just kind of meander around somewhere in this region, or let's draw that a little bit better, sort of meander around in that region. That is not forecast to happen. That is not expected. It is going to get out of here in a heartbeat, and by Sunday this weekend, this thing is well out across the open tropical Atlantic, or the open North Atlantic, the cooler North Atlantic, as a post-tropical cyclone. So really, again, the main thing is there's a hurricane warning for all of Bermuda at this point. Hurricane conditions are expected within about 36 hours, about 24 to 36 hours. Really by 2 p.m. tomorrow, there could be impacts being felt here in Bermuda, and certainly conditions will deteriorate pretty rapidly throughout the afternoon tomorrow and into the evening. But by 2 o'clock on Thursday, the center is expected to be past Bermuda and well on its way off into the open waters here of the northern Atlantic. This will cause a lot of swells for portions of the U.S. East Coast. Dangerous rip currents, high swells, high surf. Those things can have killed people in the past, so we want you to be aware of kind of what's going on with that. You can see Hurricane Humberto here, almost said tropical storm. It is indeed a hurricane. You can definitely see there's a pretty nice eye structure to it. Certainly a very nice outflow as it is being kind of polewardly affected by some of the southern shear still. There's a little bit, and certainly not as much as there's been over the last few days. And that's one, allowing for the storm to strengthen a little bit more on its approach to Bermuda, but also the jet stream is now catching this outflow and expanding it northward. We had a similar situation with Hurricane Michael last year, where it basically got caught in this jet stream and it got evected poleward. We're talking about the outflow, and that helped to sort of ventilate Hurricane Michael to strengthen more, and that's what we're seeing here with Hurricane Humberto. However, obviously, this is not expected to be a Category 5 impacting land, but certainly there will be hurricane conditions across Bermuda, and it would not take a whole heck of a lot of a right jog to bring the stronger hurricane force winds certainly onshore. So that's going to be something we're watching, just these slight deviations. But for the most part, the core will be well away from Bermuda and continuing on its way out to sea. We also have Tropical Depression 10, almost Tropical Storm Jerry. I do believe that this will be a tropical storm by the 11 o'clock advisory tonight. This is expected to be a hurricane here. We'll look at the 3-day cone first. This is expected to be a hurricane by Friday afternoon, approaching the northern Leeward Islands. This is going to be something that the northern Leewards in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and the U.S. Virgin Islands have to watch, because any small deviations towards the left could bring more adverse conditions to portions of the Leeward Islands and the U.S. Virgin Islands for sure. So this is going to be somewhat of an impactful event, and we could see watches probably go up maybe starting tomorrow or on Thursday. I do suspect maybe tomorrow we start to see, or tomorrow afternoon or evening, we start to see maybe some watches hoisted for those regions. But this is expected to be a hurricane by Friday, and if we take a look at the we'll get to that in here in just a second. But taking a look at the IR satellite here, you can definitely see that we have a little bit more of a rounded convection, with a rounded area of convection with pretty deep convection firing around the center, which is somewhere in about here-ish. And we're starting to get maybe some signs of a little bit of outflow, but you notice that up here, there's some dry air. So the storm is battling a little bit of dry air, but for the most part, it's kind of keeping itself really nice tucked away from this dry air that's to the north. And that is, related somewhat to the Saharan air layer. We have seen a little bit of a sow outbreak, but not certainly not as strong as we were seeing in the beginning of August. But this is pretty well tucked away from that dry air, so I do suspect this will continue to strengthen as it heads generally west-northwest. And again, for our folks here in the northern Leeward Islands, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, those regions really have to watch this. When we go to the extended 5-day forecast, then again we have to watch for the Turks and Caicos here in the Bahamas. So, if you live in the Turks and Caicos, you're going to have to monitor yet another system. We had, obviously Dorian come through, near those regions, certainly not impacting the southern regions here, but, it serves as a good reminder that anybody here, of course, in, the Dorian ravaged areas certainly need to be paying attention to this. There are signs that this might turn out to sea, but there are signs that it might not. So there's a lot of uncertainty here by days 4 and 5, depending on how quick Hurricane Humberto moves on out and how quickly we get ridging to build atop of this and potentially force it west or force it more out towards sea. So there's a lot here that we have to watch. There's a lot kind of going on to that. Quickly touching into this is Tropical Depression Milda at this point. It is now a tropical depression, but you can still see some pretty nice outflow to it, expanding northward here. That's helping to ventilate any dry or any shear coming into that region, but you can definitely see still firing deep convection around the center, and will continue to for the next several days, producing very heavy rainfall across portions of southern Texas here. This is going to be a significant rainfall event for those folks, so do not sleep on that. The one thing I also kind of did want to touch on real quick is that Hurricane Humberto has a really big wind field here. This is the 20-knot winds, so this is not quite tropical storm force, but a pretty large area, and you can see these tropical storm force winds extend out pretty well, so a fairly large area there. Again, Recon has found roughly about 100 knots of surface wind the peak surface wind here, so I do suspect that this will probably be a Category 3 hurricane by the 11 o'clock advisory. And you can certainly see here we've got a pressure of about 950 millibars, or close to about 950 millibars. So Humberto is definitely continuing to strengthen, so we'll monitor for our folks, obviously in Bermuda. Hurricane warning is in effect there. For portions of the Leeward Islands, including the U.S. British Virgin Islands, we have to watch for what will soon be Tropical Storm Jerry. Tropical Depression Imelda here will continue to bring significant rainfall impacts to portions of southern Texas. And we also have to watch here a new area of interest with only 20% over the next 5 days. Again, this Madden-Julian oscillation is expected to sort of shift into our phase, or into our side of the Atlantic pretty soon, and that sets up this region right here very favorable over the next coming weeks. So we really have to watch this area pretty closely, and could have an extended stay for portions of the main development region as well. So a lot to watch here. I'll have another video update out by later tomorrow afternoon going over all of this information. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, everyone, and I will be back tomorrow afternoon with another video update.